Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Headed outside, it's Morris. He couldn't get it to the corner as this defense opening things up with a big play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Lagway. Snagged in the middle. It's Miller. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And Baylor's a team, man, it's been interesting to watch them because offensively, they make no bones about it. They want to throw the ball all over the yard. And what do? To replace their stud from a year ago, they go in the portal. They get DJ Lagway, a guy that can spin it, has had some high moments, also had some inconsistencies, Palmer. So I'm interested to watch this young man at the helm.
Yeah, the big key, I think, for Baylor is this coaching staff getting the most out of DJ Lagway because you said it, David. He was one of the most recruited players and Gatorade Player of the Year in high school for a reason. His ceiling is so high. The issue, though, has been the consistency. If this coaching staff can get him to play his A game week in, week out, this Baylor offense is going to be impossible to stop.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
And the Bears are moving quickly down the field. Play fake Lagway. Fires to the middle. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles, and you know, it's just, and the +1 advantage you get by having that guy. It's just, it's so hard to defend.
He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Well, that play was designed for that down and distance, right? You saw how he barely got enough to pick up the first. Really nice job by the play caller there, understanding the situation of what play to dial up.
The Bears, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They go play action with Lagway. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, I don't know if you want that guy outside the pocket very often because he's so fast and he can do some damage, but they did a nice job containing him. Once he left the pocket, they were ready for it, came to him, he tried to throw the football, nice hit on the quarterback as he's throwing to force a bad pass.
That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but they'll have to convert 3rd and long to keep it going. Quarterback may change this route. Lagway on the play action. Quarterback extends the play. Rolling, throwing, looking right. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. And this one splits the uprights. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
This is a team that really prides themselves on starting fast. We've seen that before, and here they are playing at home today. Nice job on the opening drive. Lots of poise, good emotion. They don't get the touchdown they would have liked, but they kick a nice field goal. They've got the lead. Head coach has to be happy with that.
They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, it's picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. At the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown, Bears! That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it. Can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game when you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He's going to take a shot. It's caught. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. The Tigers come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Looking for room. It's Haynes. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Good timing on the quick out. A solid pickup, and he goes out of bounds at the 30. These two, and let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds him out of the backfield. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. 4th down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Concentration is key. Have to know the snap count. The false start backs him up. It's 1st and 15. Throwing, Lagway. He's got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break.
Here we go, ready.
Wants to throw. It's Lagway. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Unloads to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, 3rd down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup because he's going to win, and gets a good release, gets down the field. You see that's your playmaker, that's your guy. Get it to him, get the 1st down.
He was looking for some place to put his foot in the ground, but the defense was everywhere, and he's knocked down behind the line.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. They give it to him again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Maybe just a shade out of their field goal range, so they'll leave the offense out there on 4th down.
Booster, booster.
4th down, Lagway. It's complete to the left. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that 1st down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab in their space. The 20, the 10, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Tigers. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Flagway wants to throw. They've got the screen set up.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
The Bears trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking to throw, it's Flagway. Grabbed over the middle, it's Freeman. Breaks into the open. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play on any reception.
Well, you know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
And the Bears have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running a football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wide receiver.
Freeze!
Here's Flagway to pass. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun on third down, Lagway. Stepping to the right. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And he had just enough to will that one home. The lead now 6 here in the second.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You give away 5 like that, it's hard enough to make first downs. 1st and 15 here. Lagway. Throwing right. He's got it. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Great spot to attack there, right off the turnover, trying to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Dropping back, it's Lagway. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. Good, right down the boulevard. That'll make it a 2-score game at 16-7.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They'll have just enough time to get 1 more snap before the half. Run inside. It's Johnson. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. Let's get right to it with Liberty taking on the James Madison Dukes. And it's the Flames with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Wesco open on the right side. He's got it. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Makes the grab down the left side. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy, he's accurate, off schedule, and the defense now has to do a much better job keeping this guy contained, or they are going to get lit up just like that.
Off the play fake on first down. Moving out to the right. Looking to the end zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And drops hurt as it is. But when you drop it and you know you just missed out on a touchdown, those really sting. And those concentration drops, man, it makes the quarterback hesitate whether he wants to throw the football again. That is a big missed opportunity.
Great job and contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Spits it out to the back. Touchdown, Tigers! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. On to attempt the try.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Gonna run it. It's Morris. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Rides the option, he keeps it. Finding some room. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown Bears!
Man, it's so nice to have an offense that can do so many different things and attack you different ways. When you run the option the normal way with a running back, the defense knows how to play it. But how about this? The receiver out wide, now a little confusion. QB takes advantage and punches it in for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Oh, they block it. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with that thrilling 46-yard run to pay dirt. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clemson jumps to the line. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Still running at the 35. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack.
Really need to pick up some yardage this time on 2nd and long. Running inside, it's Haynes. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking deep. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
Winning 1st down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that 1st down.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Morris. Works his way into the traffic and picks up 3 to the 17. That's the end of the period. Baylor is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. From the gun on 3rd down, Lagway makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Wants to adjust the pattern. Lagway to throw for it on 4th. Makes the grab past the marker.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You can punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
throwing, Lagway. Showing the arm strength to the left. Incomplete and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Well, the defense has had enough of this, right? The quarterback's on a hot streak. The ball's not hitting the ground. And right there they decide, we are jumping one of these routes. We're going to try to get a pick. Almost came away with one there.
They're dealing with a second and long. Play fake, Lagway. Pressure coming. It's complete on the right side. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
You blitz me, I'm getting the ball out of my hands. Really good job understanding that by the offensive coordinator, this quarterback, seeing the blitz, getting the ball to a playmaker, letting him do some damage. And more importantly, I don't have to throw it way down the field.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. The give and tick, 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 tick. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Lagway wants to throw. Still on his feet. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
After the second down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Quarterback making checks. Lagway from the gun on 3rd down. Looking for a deep man. Goes high to pull it in. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap it.
And the Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. From the red zone, it's Morris. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Now on second down, and we'll probably see another run, and that might do it if they... And he breaks the play! Touchdown, Bears!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
And a lot of times football, man, it's just about confidence and feeling good and getting in a rhythm. That's not what this offense has done all day. And now in a moment where you need it, you got to put it together. Where do they go? Like, who is their go-to guy? What is their go-to play? They've struggled all day, but you can erase all of that with one drive right here.
Back to pass on second down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the catch on the left. Shakes a man and he might take off. Touchdown Clemson. He got a step and just dusted the field. The Tigers are back on top. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that 1 first down ends this football game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Clemson calls its 2nd timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big 3rd down coming up.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Final timeout called by the Tigers. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. The Bears call a timeout. That'll be their first. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. 4th down, Lagway. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. At the 20, he's got space. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bears!
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Brown. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
The offense comes out for what almost certainly will be its final drive late in the 4th quarter. Wants to throw on 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Brown. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. Wants to throw it again. Here comes the heat. Gonna let it fly. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Snaps it in the shotgun. Skips away from pressure. And that one is picked off in the end zone. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it. The Bears offense makes its way onto the field. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory. Turning it on! 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Baylor! And the punishment has been extended.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between you.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 interceptions ago.
And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's loose down the middle. Past the 10. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
And I'm pretty sure the card usually tells you to punt in this situation, backed up on your own end. But forget that. We're going to be aggressive. And how about the deep shot down the field on fourth down? You make the play and get the huge explosive touchdown for this offense. Risk it for the biscuit, baby.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead. A lot to play for.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.